we had Lambert on here spitting some true fire, and I know, we're kind of split on this one. I think the stuff that we were getting out of him was actually like really smart and really truthful in a sense, and he was probably the heel of the night in my opinion in terms of just wanting to literally shut him up. I was like, oh my gosh, someone please shut him up. Yeah. And he was really saying some tough stuff, man. He is saying how the loudmouth want to be tough guys, and you're not here because you're hardcore, you're here because you're hung up. And I was like, wow. I mean, like some of these things, I know he had some backup, some tough guys that are, MMA fighters, but I did not expect Lance Archer to get attacked from the back from the Men of the Year, which we haven't seen in a few weeks, who were on quite the roll leading up to that coffin match. But now they're gone. And I know Lance has had some issues with these guys in the past. So it's kind of rekindling. And I'm almost hoping for someone to come out and help Lance, but he is that lone wolf.
Yeah.
But I know I enjoyed the segment, even though Dan was so annoying to me, but that's why. But what did you think about this segment?
He was also annoying to me. And it, to me, it just felt like kind of his own shtick that he does whenever he shows up at a wrestling show. This is his thing. So for me, it wasn't anything special. It wasn't a terrible segment. I wasn't like turning off my TV, but it was just like, okay, like we get it. You don't like current professional wrestling. You miss the Attitude Era, Dan. I get it. Like that's your shtick. That's cool. Honestly, him showing up with backup didn't really matter. So that whole setting up for that didn't really matter.
Right.
It was just one of those segments where it felt a little forced. You're kind of going after the crowd here. Obviously, you're getting heat. They already don't like you. And then your backups there not really doing anything. And it felt like maybe a setup to get Lance involved with Men of the Year, which is the best part of it. Hopefully now the feud is going to be Lance versus Men of the Year. And that's where I'm hoping goes. Because, man, I was bummed that they haven't been on TV, Do
you think it'd be a handicap match? Do you think he'll get a partner?
Who knows with Lance? Maybe you could set up Lance as
Jake the Snake
guy with. Oh gosh, maybe. Who knows? Who knows, man? We're seeing Big Show later, and so we might see Jake the Snake in a match. Dude,
Paul White.
Paul White. Sorry, he's Big Show.
No, fine. I mean, I think like what happens with Dan from here. I don't know if you keep bringing him back. I think his point was made. Mindrunner, I like where you see that Fuego as a partner. I know Big Murderhawk Monster did stick up for Fuego on Twitter this year, and it was well thought and very smart and made so much sense. But it would be cool to have maybe Lance go 1-on-2 versus them for a bit, and then a partner come out. If you want to have the pop or like a top pop, it would be have Fuego come out. Yes, it's kind of an odd pairing, but maybe a one-off thing if you want to just make this match kind of like a crowd pleaser victory. Then you're almost turning in the Men of the Year as jobbers, though, when these guys don't deserve to be jobbers.
No,
I don't know. It's a fine line, but we already saw a handicap match though, Men of the Year versus Darby. So I know you're going to bring that back.
Maybe they're the handicap match guys for
right.
But I'm just curious as where they're going to go because, like you said, we haven't seen them in a while, basically since Ethan Page lost. And this is their first appearance. And so that's the most curious part of this whole segment for me is, okay, like now we've got Men of the Year back. I want to see what happens. I want to see where Ethan Page goes, where Scorpio Sky goes. Because, Ethan Page was on a roll on the mic, and he hasn't even been on TV. So if him and Lance and Scorpio and Lance have this feud going on or budding feud, I'm all for it. I'm all for it because these guys are all, and obviously we just saw Lance just lost his belt, which
we need to talk about that on Friday.
We'll talk about that on Friday, but now Lance is open for feuds here. Yeah. He's not going to be defending his belt in Japan. So we'll see what happens.
The only way I support him losing that belt is that he's more featured here in AEW. But